Here we come to our next message. It's Exodus chapter 12, verse 11. The message is how to eat the Passover. And we'll just read this verse. This is how you are to eat it, with your cloak tucked into your belt, your sandals on your feet, and your staff in your hand. Eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. These expressions, of course, refer to the things that the Jews had to do. The first thing was that you were to eat with your cloak tucked into your belt. The Jewish dress is loose. There's no buttons in Jewish dress, and when one is walking around casually, the clothing is loose, but whenever they work, they tuck up the end of the garment into themselves, into the waist. And that's what this expression means, your cloak tucked into your belt. And of course, in the New Testament, in 1 Peter 1 verse 13, we're told to gird up the loins of our minds. That is to have the right mindset, and that is a mind of holiness and living in the fear of God in the context of 1 Peter 1. Then they were told to have your sandals on your feet. Interesting, just as a sideline, that at the bush, Moses was told to take the sandals off, but here in Exodus chapter 12, they were told to put the sandals on their feet. And we know that put on shoes means you've got to get ready to go. Sometimes it's hard getting out of the house, everybody's not ready, but here putting on the shoes means prepared to travel. Remember, the Israelites were in slavery, and when we come to Ephesians chapter 6 verse 15, we're told as Christians to have our feet prepared with the firm foundation of the gospel of peace. We're to be ready to share the gospel, and as we live our lives each day, we have to share the gospel with others. It's so important in the world we live. Then they were told to have their staff in the hand, according to Genesis 32 verse 10, context of Jacob. With my staff I passed over this Jordan. You see, the staff is for traveling outdoors. This means that the life of Jacob at that particular point was a life of sojourn. That is, we're strangers and pilgrims, and reminded in 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 17 that is what we are. We don't belong here, we belong to heaven, but we're just passing through. And then later on, two more things which are not mentioned in verse 11. First of all, they were to eat unleavened bread in preparation for the Passover. Leaven was removed, and when we think about leaven, that means sin. And in 1 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 11, we're told to put away the leaven of sin. In that context, it's in the church context, but we can apply it to our lives. And then lastly, verse 51 of Exodus chapter 12 is not here, but that's the reference. They were told that they were free. And of course, that is the amazing thing as a Christian. Romans 6 tells us that we once were slaves, but now we are free in Christ. This is what we read at the top of the page. But thanks be to God that though you used to be slaves to sin, you wholeheartedly obeyed the form of teaching to which you were entrusted. You have been set free from sin and have become slaves to righteousness. And so the very things that the Israelites were told how to eat the Passover in a spiritual sense apply to us as Christians today. Thank you for listening.